What a first week of the 2021-22 women's college basketball season. The Thrillers completely shook up the core of my Power 10 rankings after a couple of upsets erupted in the top 25. And I made some rearrangements for my preseason rankings after some early evaluations I made of teams' performances compared to others. My top two teams remain the same: South Carolina at number one and UConn at number two. The Gamecocks had a strong week, taking down then number 5 NC State in a non-conference rematch from last year and cruising past South Dakota. The Huskies also picked up a quality win against an aggressive Arkansas team with AP Player of the Year, Paige Beckers, picking up right where she left off with a career-high 34 points. Plus, both teams bring back its Final Four squads and will look to flex its endless depth in combos with new additions. But down goes the defending champs. I dropped Stanford to my number 4 spot and boosted Maryland up to number 3, something I did not expect to do in the first week. Number 25 Texas upset the Cardinals 61-56, and that's credit to nonstop pressure defense and clutch shooting from its backcourt. But it's still early in the season for this deep veteran squad. However, with no Kiana Williams, the question is, who will be the floor general? We got 2 looks of Haley Jones and Anna Wilson at the point, so we'll see how that plays out. Indiana made a huge jump in my Power 10 rankings. How about 3 spots? Yes, teams ahead of them in my preseason rankings took some tough losses, but it was a no-brainer for the Hoosiers to take this big of a leap after shutting down then number 13 Kentucky in a dominant fashion. I love the chemistry of the Hoosiers, and this will be a tough national contender to beat with all of its starters returning from last year's historic run in the NCAA tournament due to its elite chemistry. NC State previously owned my number 5 spot, but dropped down to number 6 after its opening night loss to South Carolina. Look, it's no secret the Wolfpack's success goes as far as Alisu Kunane takes them, and we saw that in the victories against Wofford and Florida of how Kunane's impact, plus adding balanced scoring from all areas of the floor, will take this squad even further. With teams falling, Iowa climbs to my number 7 spot after going 3-0 with one of the most efficient scoring teams in the league. How about last year's number 2 scoring offense in the nation? That was on full display the entire week, led by the best duo in college basketball, Caitlin Clark and Monica Zanano. And the upsets continued. That brings me to Louisville, who dropped 2 spots in my rankings at number 8. The Cardinals took a major hit after getting stunned by then number 22 Arizona 61-59 in overtime. Louisville struggled with Arizona's stifling defense. The Cardinals look different this year without Dana Evans leading the charge. Who will step up and take over? Haley Van Lith showed signs of answering that question after having a quiet half, but finished with 19 points. But she'll need help. The drama of week 1 ends there as Baylor comes in at number 9, starting 2-0 in its new era under head coach Nikki Collin. And Oregon completes my Power 10 at number 10, also cruising past its opponents for an undefeated week, but have a tough schedule ahead in the Bahamas, starting with Oklahoma. That wraps up my first Power 10 this season. I'll be sharing my rankings every week, so make sure you follow along on NCAA.com and NCAA Women's Basketball Social.